You know how yesterday I talked about I almost have lost faith in spirituality and not spirituality but per se spiritual coaches, healing industry, coaching industry, spiritual gurus. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed. And I think the bigger reason behind that was 2025 has been a lesson for me in this very same thing. The energy healers I just blindly trusted because when someone just said that I have been in this healing industry as an energy healer or as a spiritual guru for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I automatically just assume that if you are spiritual and if you're into healing, you have that much integrity. I guess that what you are saying, you mean it. Like, I never really doubted that. I had worked with therapists and coaches who do ancestral healings, you know, and like I have worked with a whole lot of coaches and therapists and psychotherapists in past few years. And in 2025, my biggest lesson has been most of them, if not all of them, and I'm just counting most and not all, just the 1-2 people that I really know that are doing their best not to harm or misguide people consciously. They are showing up honestly even if it's painful. And because somewhere I have been there too. I'm not saying I've been a perfect coach or anything, but at least I've tried to be honest if I fuck up, if I make a mistake, or if I'm not aligning with something. So my point being, most of the coaches, healers and therapists and psychotherapists and spiritual gurus and energy healers and tarot card readers, oracle readers don't know shit. And it was really a brutal lesson for me to learn this year, but that also made me realize how much I want this place. Because if I understand, like for me, if I what I went through, I never want anyone to go through this. So even when I'm giving advices, or even when I'm making a random video, if I'm giving you any healing advice, any advice around trauma, I try to give as much context so no one gets misguided, because that's how my journey started. I got a lot misguided on manifestation and then eventually on healing and manifesting abundance and becoming a successful 6-figure coach, right? So when I understood this, I think as a coach, as a healer, as a leader, it is your fucking responsibility to show up with integrity, to own, because to own your journey. And owning your journey means owning that you used to believe in something maybe 6 months back, maybe 1 year back, and now you're over it, because we evolve, and we evolve faster because we are so much into working into our healing that it becomes second nature to us. So evolving is not wrong, but misguiding people, not having integrity, telling people, selling and marketing like, I join my course and you will manifest this, join this course and you will manifest abundance, join this course and you will become a 6-figure mindset coach, 6-figure coach, healer, tarot reader. This is all so fake, but it is really high time that we step into our integrity, in our authenticity, and we question ourselves, are you showing up in the right way? And trust me, I shifted from manifestation coach as a mentor this year because I asked myself this question throughout this year. As a healer, as a tarot reader, as an oracle reader, as an intuitive or psychic medium, as a coach, as a therapist, as a psychotherapist, are you showing up in the right way? Because honestly, if you're not, universe is gonna drag your ass down, because it has. All the fake people are getting exposed, and I know so many fake people who are literally losing clients and everything, and they are getting exposed. Even if they are not getting exposed as such, people know, people can now see that your words and your actions and your promises and your delivering doesn't match. People can really feel that. So if you don't do it by yourself, universe gonna drag your ass down and do it for you. So before you become an example, a friend of mine says this, that हम गलत काम करेंगे तो हम example बन जाएंगे, because universe loves to drag our ass. So I'm using her example right now. Universe is gonna drag your ass because you're on a mission here. It's a fucking responsibility to lead someone, to help someone heal, to help someone grow and evolve from something, to give someone intuitive guidance, to psychically read someone. I'm not saying take all the responsibility, but how you show up is your responsibility. If you're showing up in integrity, with honesty to your truth, to your journey, to feeling aligned and authentic. Because if you're not, maybe, I hope you're not, but maybe you're misguiding someone out there. So connect to your truth and show up in your authenticity and have some fucking integrity. That's like the first rule of being a healer, being the spiritual person. If I'm saying something, I mean it with everything. Have integrity, speak your truth, show up authentically, own your mistakes, own your lessons, own your journey. And I know it's hard, it's not an easy way, but we are not here for the easy deal. Take actions that are aligned from you. I went from being a manifestation coach to a mentor this year because there was something that wasn't feeling complete. Like, I'm taking clients and I'm helping people, but there's something inside of me that wasn't feeling 100% right? And I followed it. And this whole year has been, for me, has been learning so many lessons and relearning and all that, questioning myself, introspecting, retrospecting. All this made me question, how do I want to show up as a coach? And I realized being a manifestation coach isn't something which is sitting right with me, because my work was deeper. Even with manifestation coaching, I was helping my clients with healing self-worth issues, healing with self-confidence, self-concept, and a lot of things, not just surface level, deeper work. So even with the title of mindset coach, I was doing the deeper work, and that's when I realized that's what I'm here for. I have broken generational cycles, that like I'm the first person in my family to do that, and I now want to help cycle breakers like me. I don't want to tiptoe around the word manifestation. I want to talk about how manifestation doesn't work for traumatized and highly traumatized and people living in survival mode. I wasn't feeling good about it. I questioned myself and it literally felt like failing. Trust me, I had the biggest ego death of my life this year. That I wasn't meant to be a manifestation coach because I was limiting myself. But the moment I evolved out of, the more I faced it, the more I sat with it, and the more I hit rock bottom, question myself what I really want to do, what really aligns with me, and how I really want to show up in this world as a mentor, as a coach. And the more I started showing up as that, not just a mindset or manifestation coach, but a mentor who can lead coaches and healers, because I personally have coached coaches and healers, and I realized that's the one thing that actually fuels me. And more than that, I can show up in my 100% authenticity without limiting myself in a box of just talking about manifestation and how you can manifest XYZ. I have leaded the most amazing and powerful sessions with fellow healers and coaches, and that made me realize of my power, of how powerfully I can lead client sessions without limiting myself, by being 100% authentic. And I started showing up more and more, and in a way I think I'm still kind of finding my path, but I know that I'm here for this because it fuels me. But it wouldn't have been possible if I would have just stuck with the manifestation coach title, because it was working out well for me. But there was something inside me that wasn't aligning, and I very subconsciously was questioning myself, and I kind of knew that I'm meant for more. I'm not just meant for this, but I faced it, and I stepped into my authenticity. I healed all of it, and eventually I'm showing up in my integrity. That's what it means to show up in your authenticity, to literally heal all those conditioning and parts of yourself, and remember your purpose, because you don't find your purpose, you remember it. You don't find your femininity, you remember it, you reclaim it. It is in your DNA. Your ancestral gifts, your psychic gifts, your healing abilities are not out there. You cannot learn it by joining some healing modality courses. Yes, they are good to improve your skills, but they are not the source of your skills. Your remembrances, it is inside you, but to reach there, you have to remove all these layers of conditioning and shame and guilt and karmas and traumas and all these. You have to keep showing up for yourself, not to manifest abundance, not to attract aligned clients or so and so. Yes, it can be your path, but that cannot be your goal. Your goal is to show up as honestly as possible, as authentically as possible, with your weirdness, with your uniqueness, with your quirkiness, with your blame as self. Literally, whatever, however you are, you have to show up in 100% authenticity and alignment with what you feel true inside, how connected you are to that voice inside. And if you're not, you have some more healing to do yet. But if you're connected, listen to it, follow it, become aligned to it, and then then show up in the authenticity. That's how you don't end up being a scammer or being a coach that's scamming people, that's misguiding people, that's literally defrauding. Because the time we are in, when we are shifting to the new earth, this is exact time. Moreover, people are losing faith in healing industry, coaching industry, spiritual industry, not spiritual industry, spiritual community. And not just people, even me, following everything, and still even I have lost a lot of faith this year on this. I said it yesterday that I've lost 99% faith in healing community and spiritual community and coaching industry. It's true, I have. But as someone who still wants to help people, and I'm seeing people who want to help people and who are kind of working on themselves, taking accountability so they can show up as the right guide, because they have also been misguided. I think that's the rite of passage, but it eventually matters what you become after this rite of passage. So it's high time we healers, coaches, we leaders start showing up with integrity, or else people will really gonna lose faith in healing, in energies, in all the ways their life can actually be sorted out. I know, because my life healed, I became better. Not a surface level thing, but a whole I reclaimed my soul basically back from trauma, from karmas, from patterns and everything. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And we have to remind people of that. Even if there is just 1% faith and hope left in me, I'm not leaving it. And if you are a healer or a coach, anyone, a leader, a guide who is listening to this, I want you to keep that hope too, and share that hope. Share that hope. Because our work is important and sacred. Show up in integrity, people. Make people believe. Not make people believe. Show up in your authenticity so much that people start believing in the rightness and the hope of our work. Because our work is sacred, our work is holy. Our work is divine's work. But it won't be divine's work if we are not showing up with integrity, with authenticity. So follow your soul's calling, your divine's, your source, your God's calling, and follow it, and then show up with that.